Welcome back to Undead Unluck Anime Review episode number... I want to be sure I get this number correct. Episode 5. So here we're discussing episodes 15 to 18 of Undead Unluck. 15 is pretty much the epilogue to the Undead Hair arc, where the whole thing is basically where this episode will reveal the name of the organization that is the detectors, basically the negator hunters. They're referred to as Under. That's their name. And this is revealed by Repair, who has shrunk. Why the heck he's shrunk? Don't really know. And he is here to possibly see if Chikara wanted to join, well, Under. But then he comes out and, well, he basically, well, decide, and of course, well, in the case of Andy, he notices Fuko is acting so excited to see a school because she's been shut in all these years. So it's like, let's talk inside. And of course, basically, after chatting for quite a while, then of course, basically, he agrees to go to the Union. Also, Andy takes time to tickle Fuko, and then a kid named Rio shows up, who was a classmate of his, and Rio, oh yeah, he actually accepted it at school. He's like, good for you, I'm gonna go. And he jumps over with Andy, and they goes in the car. Of course, he races out there, and then Chikara basically requests that his memories of him be erased to protect him, which Nico has no problem doing that at all. And he does like, why were oh crap, I forgot my bag. So, excuse me, then he goes off for the Union. And like, okay, so we do the aftermath of that. And then we lead to the next episode, where basically it's all about we have 4 quests this time, not 6. And simply put, these are humans that are basically in the seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. For spring, summer, and winter, they're ordered to kill these 3 in exchange for they get rewards. Autumn has to be captured. So then Billy acts out of character and suggests, why don't we just nuke them? Everyone's like, what? Why would we do that for? And then the organization Under shows up. They just break into the headquarters, where it's basically Unrepair, Latia, Burn, and I think it's like one other person, and pretty much Billy betrays the organization and reveals, oh yeah, he's actually Under. He takes the round table and Apocalypse with him. So Fuko, Andy chase after him. Everyone else had to say basically because you're wounded, makes this little brief fight. Tina basically comes up, but look how basically during the course of this whole entire exchange, they get Apocalypse back. Though Fuko gets a vision of possibly what God in this world looks like. This seems like a gigantic being which don't identify who this person is. They assume it's God. And so Under keeps the round table while the Union still keeps the Apocalypse to get the quest. Excuse me, so they go to the surface. And Tanya basically gets upset Billy because it's also revealed that she's in love with Billy, despite her being a little girl. I don't know if it's feelings of romance or it's basically feelings of like siblings, because maybe she sees Billy as like a big brother to her, but first him as Mr. Billy because she's a little girl, which she's being very polite about that. First Nico as Mr. Nico, which he has no problem with that at all, none whatsoever. She first Andy as zombie. So then Billy gets away, still keeps the round table, but doesn't take Apocalypse. So with Billy gone, but they got basically a new person to join them, that being, well, Chikara. The Union now has 10 members. So then basically they form a new round table, well, a new table to use. The organization is still called Round Table. And it turns out the headquarters is underneath Stonehenge. Yep, Stonehenge. Though it looks different than how it's normally seen. And they reveal certain things, basically, where somehow people don't know about days of the week, what day of the week it is. Like, and it's also revealed by Jules that apparently the whole world has been going through loops. Yes, loops. And they're on the 100th loop, which all same as Saga, believe it or not. And reveals certain things, like how the stuff that Victor and Jules know, like all about this arc was meant by Billy, about the whole thing with the arc. And, of course, basically, that Jules and Victor people know it because they actually go through the arc. And it's a really good explanation. It's like, you can think of this as like a big turning point of the series, basically, where it's the next big step. Though the thing is, the arc itself in the anime is only 3 episodes, which makes it the type for the second shortest arc of the entire series. The season anyways, the shortest being the opening arc, being only just 2 episodes. The longest starts the very next episode, which is the autumn arc. So, there's a possibility of the secrets about the world, and all this other stuff. It's a lot of plot development. It's not like... There's action here, yes. But mostly put 16, 17 is the action episodes. 18 is the explanation for everything. Though, according to Tanya, she thinks that Billy's ability does not match. She doesn't think that is Billy because it does not match what she knows by him. And apparently Billy has been copying Negator abilities. When he developed this, not really very known. But overall, these were great episodes. I love them. So, at the end of this, Fuko and Andy are asked to look for a particular book. What book it is, we'll find in the next episode. Now, as for why in the world the book wanted the Yumas for spring, summer, and winter kill and capture autumn, not sure, but hopefully these quests are more simpler, and the whole thing about, we can't have a penalty because they do Ragnarok happen. So, you can think of the last episode as a tease for a lot of the remainder stuff we'll see for the remainder of the saga for the 100th loop. That's kind of what we got here for this one, but it's great episodes overall. Okay, so that's pretty much it particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, Black Clover. Okay, next video. Bye.